Learning how to be movie stars.
All right, that's a quote. It's a quote.
Oh, Mr. Jason, I've been sitting on the edge of my seat after that cliffhanger.
Yeah, let's get into it.
That was like an
Let's get in.
evil
It was the evil
criminal laugh, or yeah.
Yeah, so we talked about the script
Mm-hmm.
and the pickup line, the first date. We didn't really get much into the proposal or getting out of the doghouse.
Who let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs out?
Who?
Why is it important to have a script when it comes to coverages, Mr.
Well,
Craig?
again, consistency.
Right.
We want to make sure that we touch on all of the different things, not too in depth, because insurance is a snooze fest and we don't want to put them to sleep. We don't need to know too much, but we certainly want to show that we're the experts,
Right.
With a little bit of product knowledge and, but not too much, because you get too far down the rabbit hole and they're asleep and you lost them.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's so funny when we used to do hiring and we would give somebody that had insurance experience, give them coverages for a fake person or whatever, and then they would have to sell me the policy based on this. It was incredible what people would come up with, because it was like, it did not sound like, they'd be from, like AAA or something and work there for 10 years or something like that. And it's like the same stuff that they're talking about, right? Bodily injury and all this stuff. And the way they talked about it was as if they talked about it for the first time.
Wow.
It's like, dude, you did that 10 years. That's 3,650 days.
It is. Well, you didn't account for the leap year.
3,600.
I think you'd add
whatever.
2 days on there. Not to get
See,
technical.
Right. But yeah, like, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. But it's like we talked about earlier, it's important to not jump around, because it is a snooze fest. It should be organized, and there should be some areas that you joke around or you tell a story.
Right.
And to your point of, so it's not a snooze fest. What is one of the things, if somebody starts falling asleep listening to your coverage talk, do you do?
Well, you tell a story.
And
Or you yell at them?
No, tie downs. It's you.
What about this? You play that?
Yes. Yeah. No, that's
Say,
a good pattern interrupt.
Right. Well, you can't I don't think that you'd be as effective going over the coverages if you don't do the things at the beginning, right? So if you know the 3 things, you know where they work, you know who they live with, and you know what they do for fun, now you can incorporate that into the discussion that you have about, you talk about the liabilities, you tell the story. Depending on where you are, and what company you're with, you know which coverages you have that they need and also are a huge value, depending on, some companies maybe really bumping up the property damage could be something that is a huge, maybe super expensive somewhere else, but it's a huge thing that doesn't cost a lot more, but it creates a lot more value. And it's something that's really important, right? They rear in somebody that has a Lamborghini or, Tracy Morgan's Bugatti, and, they're in trouble if they have 10,000 of property damage. But you tell that story and you can tailor that talk to the information that they've given you about themselves personally. Because rattling through, okay, you have 100, 300, 100, 300 over here, 100, 300 body damage, and then it's full coverage. Like that is, nobody wants to hear that.
Sounded like an auctioneer.
Right. Do I have 100, 300, 300 over here, 300, right? But rattling through all of that stuff versus Like I love how your guys do the glass. We talk about the glass. Hey, so we included the free glass coverage, and get this, they actually come to your work. You work over at Burger King. Awesome. We're going to come down to Burger King. It's like, yes, this is what everybody does. But when you sell that sizzle, it's going to make a better connection. Like you're doing something extra for them, right? Make your coverages sexy.
Yeah, and this is something that we haven't talked too much about, but dude, do your research. Like if you're the agency owner and you don't know the differences between your competition that you can give to your agents um as tools to actually sell the policy, dude, do your work. Like part of it is a script. If you don't have a script and you don't have a process, it's like going to war and just saying, dude, do your best, guys, go. You know what I mean?
Giving them
It's like they're gonna get
bananas.
slaughtered. They're
Here,
gonna get slaughtered.
no gun. You get a banana.
But do
Like
your
that's not
research.
going to work, right? Wrong tool.
So here's the thing. When you do your research, know what your company has that's different. Know what the other companies have that's different, that's not good. So know what's good about the other people, right?
Right.
But also know what's not good. Because take that information. You should know, hey, if they have Progressive, this is what's better about our policy than Progressive. If they have AAA, this is what's better about our policy than AAA. Know all those things. What are the benefits of your policy, and what are the all the non-benefits of all the other carriers?
Sure.
If you know that stuff, they're going to war prepared.
Yeah.
And that is so important.
And you know what's really easy to do is to get a quote. You can get a quote from all those places, right? Get quoted. Yep. See what it's like. See what the experience is over across the street, and then provide a better experience.
Yeah.
And
if you really want a good quote, like Geico, dude,
call them.
They have to get a one-call close. Otherwise, they'll never talk to that person again. Mm-hmm. So they have to overcome every objection. And I would almost get a quote multiple times, because we've done this every time. Like some people are better at it than others, but like, man, they make it tough to get off the phone.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's so good.
And that's because there's a script, right? There's a script that they have to stick to. There's a certain amount of time that they have to be off the phone. So there's all of these measurable metrics that have to be followed in order to be there. Now, your differentiator, if you remember the coffee talk last week or the week before, was having this environment that isn't corporate. And that's what can make and elevate your agency from your client perspective. But you have to take some of the stuff that the competition is winning with and use that to your advantage.
Right.
So
100%.
That's the proposal. And so we don't go too far over. What about getting out of the doghouse? Who?
Out of the doghouse. Objection handling. Dude, I would say this. When it comes to objections, everybody wants to know what's the perfect thing to say. You know, everybody wants to know the answer to that. So this exercise will change your agency. Get a big piece of paper or whiteboard if you have it. Go up there, get everybody to huddle around and just write down the objections. What are the objections that you guys are hearing?
Right.
You're not going to get more than 15. You're probably going to get more like 10.
There's probably 5, really.
10,
right?
Yeah, 5.
I mean, what is it? Email it to me. Call. I need to talk to my spouse. I need to.
My wife. I don't have the money.
Right, but it's too much. It's not enough to really be worth switching. I've been with them forever. Right, so they're all cop outs at the end of the day.
But get your guys to tell you. Like, get your guys to tell you. Write it up there, and then ask them, how would you overcome this?
Right.
Get everybody involved. Like, you'll get some really good answers.
Mm-hmm.
You can help too, but really get them. This will help with the buy-in. Then, write down a few of the objections for each one. Have them vote on it. Which one do you guys feel comfortable with using? Like, try it out, test it out, stuff with each other, and then take those, study them every single day until everybody is rocking at them and has the perfect thing to say for all of them. And it's not even the one thing, right? Because it's all different, kind of like you got to tie in those those personal elements. So
Sure.
it's not like you're going to say this, oh yeah, but did you do this and blah 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 blah, and they go, you're right, let's buy.
Right.
It's not going to be that linear, but
Yeah.
it's getting these conversations, because so many times people are good, are good at the easy parts of the quote, but suck at the bad parts, and then really try to avoid the bad parts even when they're off the phone.
Sure.
And so they haven't practiced those bad parts, and all of a sudden they get to that, they're nervous because they know they suck, and when the person says that, they don't know what to say. Like, dude, you did the hardest part up to now. You had this long conversation after not getting a hold of people on the phone all day. You finally have this person, and now you're choking because you did not practice what to say.
Right. It's almost as if, especially like going in younger or fresher or greener at sales, it's almost like you're hoping that they're just going to say yes when you say the closing, whatever your closing statement is. And that's another thing that's important, is having that closing statement. What are you going to say, and what are you going to do once you're done with that closing statement? I just thought of something. So I thought it was Major Miguel. Major Miguel?
Major Miguel.
Sergeant Miguel.
Major Miguel.
Major
no,
Miguel.
Let's go Major.
Major.
That's fun.
Everybody loves
He
alliteration.
can be the Sarge. Yeah.
Yeah. The Sarge. Wait, he's the Sarge or he's Major?
No, he's Major, but I mean, you could say
you can
whatever.
Call him whatever you want. You can call him whatever you want.
Well,
I think we should bring Major Miguel on here and have him talk about the things that he's talking about every day on daily drills.
Let's do it.
Let's share some love. Let's share some love. So
100%.
maybe the next coffee talk, bring in Major Miguel.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we do on this podcast.
Like
on the fly.
Interview.
On the fly.
Under the fly. In the fly.
Well, I don't think you can say that. It's a family show, Mr. Jason.
Why does that sound bad?
I don't know. But let's do that. Let's wrap this thing.
Let's wrap it like a present.
What if somebody wants
Christmas?
Yeah, like a present. What if somebody wants to text the dudes?
Don't do it.
Don't do
I
it.
Would be totally. No.
You can text Jason.
520
214
214
2219.
2219. That's right, Mr.
That's what
Craig.
you say. That's what you say. Yeah, I remember. It's because I've heard the end. It's going to say it again here right now. Bye, everyone.
Oh.